Oh, hello there. Welcome to the Godfather Minute.
I wasn't expecting that.
I wasn't either, quite frankly.
Where'd you come up with that one?
Well, I try to do a different one each time, but there was hardly any dialogue in this one. Usually I try to incorporate a line of dialogue, so I just thought I'd do a little crazy accent work.
Oh, were you doing... Oh, I guess it's in the next minute where he references Hitler.
Oh, yeah. I'll save my Hitler imitation for next week.
Okay.
Anyway, this is the Godfather Minute. And I'm Alex Robinson.
I'm Andy Robinson.
And we're the Godfather Brothers.
Yeah, we're the Godfather Minute Brothers.
How are you doing this week, Andy?
I'm doing awesome. How are you doing?
You enjoying the winter so far?
I'm enjoying the winter, and I'm enjoying 2019.
Oh, really? Good year so far?
Yeah, and you know what?
It's called 2019.
It's 2019 is too much.
It's just we should be going into the 20 blank by now.
I mean, Prince took the time to say 1999. Oh, I guess he didn't say 1999.
Yeah.
That was the original chorus of that song.
It took too long to...
Tonight we're gonna party like it's 1999.
And it's funny, weirdly, he does say 2000.
Yeah, I never got that. That's 20,000.
That's true. He jumped ahead 18,000 years.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're talking about minute 77 of The Godfather.
Alex, repeat after me. E minuto. Numero.
60.
That's 60.
Setantasette. 77.
You got it.
That's pretty easy.
Yeah.
I think by the end of this, I might be able to count to 10 in Italian.
in denominations of 12, right?
Yeah, base 12.
Yeah, base 12.
So what we're talking about minute 70.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry to cut you off. How are you doing this winter, and how are you doing in 2019, Alex?
My 2019 is pretty good so far.
What's so good about it?
Oh boy, you really put me on the spot. I got back from Australia. I spent New Year's in Australia. So
you went down under my
exactly.
How did they say 2019 in Australia?
Well, it's funny because of the time difference. Because, the international date line and stuff.
Yeah.
To them, it's actually 21:30.
Oh, man. So Prince was kind of right.
He was kind of right. That's what it says over the gateway to Australia. It says, Prince was kind of right. Welcome to Australia.
Hey, I was trying to slip in a little Fredo reference there.
Oh, really? I didn't catch it.
How do you say 2019 in Australia?
Oh, there you go.
It was a stretch.
I see. No, yeah, it was good. I tip my hat to you. Yeah, I'm going good. 2019, so far, so good. I mean, obviously, world events wise, it's a complete disaster, but
this is the first
on a
year.
local level.
Yeah, local. Well, you got to think globally and act locally.
That's true. Whoa.
Did
you make that up? Did you just coin that?
No. This is the first year I do not have New Year's resolutions that I can remember. What's that?
What are they?
No, I don't have them.
Oh, what are some other past resolutions?
Oh, yeah, the usual stuff. Exercise, record more minutes every week.
Start saying 2019 instead of 2019.
Work more in a base 12 environment.
Come up with more jingles for the show.
More jingles, more jangles. Bada beep, bada boop, bada boop. Practice my Don Corleone impression. How am I doing, Alex? How am I doing?
You're doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah, I'm doing.
How am I doing? So minute 77. So the plan is to kill the Turk.
Let's kill that Turk.
Minute 77 is Clemenza instructing Mikey on how to carry out the murders of the Turk and McCluskey. He also says that they will catch hell for it, while Mikey gets to go on vacation somewhere.
Oh boy, what a world!
That he doesn't know. It sounds like. Does Clemenza say we don't know where you'll be? Or does he just mean no one will know where you are? Like no one meaning outside the family.
I heard it that way, the second way.
Okay.
He didn't say going to Sicily.
Right.
He, yeah.
But I wonder if in the name of security, Like, you're gonna tell me something from the book?
No. I was wondering that too.
Yeah, I feel like only like Tom is the only one who knows the. Although you think, they would have needed to make contacts at Sicily, which I guess Hagen. Do you think Hagen speaks Sicilian? He must.
There are some moments in the film where he speaks Sicilian.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And he's as much of a father to Tom as he is to those guys. So I assume that they all would speak the same language. They're all speaking Sicilian. Tom just doesn't understand.
That's why he's a terrible consigliere. Well, I wonder if maybe in his law school, the Sicilian law school, the first.
He specifically went to a Sicilian law school.
Do you think there's there's dentistry school, which is
concierge school?
Yeah, concierge school.
Probably is like a 2-year program.
You know what? Let's not save that for the bonus content, and let's talk about that right now.
Oh, so what are the classes you would have?
Well, first of all, how many years? So do you go to law school?
How many years left? Speaking of which, how long is it till the Turk gets shot?
Well, he gets shot in minute 90.
Minute 90, and this is minute 73, so that means 14 minutes.
Huh? This is minute 77.
Oh, 70. So no, you mean the Sessanta Santo.
77.
So how many minutes are left?
So there are 13 minutes left. You want to hear a little chunk of the countdown?
Yeah, give us a little taste.
Well, I got 13 more.
Just a little taste.
Or we'll give you a taste. Here we go. Coming in at 13. Here you go. Shoot the countdown.
Oh, you got whacked, but we still got the Turk. And this Captain McCluskey, he's a stupid jerk. They're gonna kill Pop so their bank accounts can feel. Sonny, relax. It's business, not personal.
Business, not personal.
We need a plan, and Tessio's our man.
For my arrangement. Wait a minute.
What do you think, Alex?
Now I've had my taste.
I want no acts of vengeance. I want no MP3s. No AIF audio files. But if my hard drive should be erased through an act of God or through a bolt of lightning, I'm going to blame some of the audio files in this room. And that I will not forgive.
It's weird to think of the Don in the computer age.
Yeah.
America Online.
You think he still has AOL?
Yeah. Go to my website, GeoCities / Vito.
He's got like he signed on so late. He got on the internet train so late that he was only left with like DonCorleone.net.
It's like Vito Corleone, like 72 or something.
So the consigliere school.
Pop. Oh yeah, consigliere school.
So he goes to a 4-year law school and then an additional 2
4 years of college.
Okay.
4 years of law school. I assume that's how long law school is.
Yeah, I think so.
And then another 2-year like bachelor program. You can't just
you
have to be trained for this.
But you don't think it's a 2-year law school program and then you specialize in sort of a Sicilian branch, a Sicilian thing?
Oh, so you're saying that would be like your major.
Yeah.
You'd major in concierge.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah. I'll allow it. Yeah. Maybe he spends 2 years at an American law school and then transfers to the Sicily law school to do the next 2 years. Like it's like studying abroad. Like you have to put in your time as a.
And in the summer before he starts that first year in Sicily, he goes there ahead of time, and that's where he does like language lessons, law lessons, interpretation lessons, and that's where he learns all his famous Tom Hagen lines in Sicilian, like "show cause."
Oh, right.
Oh, we gotta learn how to say that in Sicilian.
We should watch an Italian dubbed version of the.
Yes, that's a great idea. Do you think the Sicilian would be in English then?
Oh, to make it sound exotic. I bet they do it into a different third language.
Mandarin.
There's some movie I saw where they did that.
Where they flip-flop the languages?
Well, like oh no, you know what it was? It was my own book. Believe it or not,
But you wrote your book in Sicilian?
well, I wrote my book in English. My first book, Box Office Poison, it's mostly in English, but then I have a character from Costa Rica show up, and I think you actually wrote all the I actually
right.
told you all the dialogue, and you translated
That's
it into
right, I remember
Spanish.
that.
And so the book was then translated into Spanish. So I was like, I wonder what they're going to do with all, and I think they made her like Portuguese or something.
Oh, hilarious.
So they had to have someone
that's
translate it
great.
into Portuguese. So maybe they made maybe they make them Turkish.
Yeah, Turkish
Yeah.
or Portuguese.
Yeah.
Wait. Are you trying to tell me that your book is different? Your English book is different than the Costa Rican book?
It is. Play that song.
I'm going to work on that one.
Okay. So Francis Ford Coppola had a note about this scene. Mm-hmm. He said, quote, "It should be somewhere warm and homey, like being with a favorite uncle in his workshop, having him explain how to do this and that. Except here, he's teaching how to kill a man. So instead of like making a soapbox derby or building bookshelves, he's teaching him how to kill a man."
Yeah.
So you think this is in Clemenza's basement? Is that where this is? Is it his garage or something?
Yes, it seems so. Yeah. Yeah, in the book, there's quite an extensive description of Clemenza training Michael. He walks him through more or less everything that's in the movie, but he spends the whole day there. And an additional detail in the book that's not in the movie is Clemenza points out that Michael will be wearing a hat.
Yeah.
Can you take a guess as to why the Clemenza wants him wearing a hat? Not during the training, but during the actual event.
Well, I assume it would have to be to just help him disguise his identity.
Yeah, somewhat. So if any witness saw him, it would be easier to later on have the witness convince a police officer that they saw someone else. Like, so in other words, Michael gets seen. There's some witness who tells a police officer, "Oh, I saw this guy come out."
What was the term that Clemenza uses? None of those when he's trying to say those bystanders.
Pain in the ass
bystanders.
Exactly. And then it suggested the family would then intimidate that witness, and it would be more convincing to the police if then that witness said, "Oh, you know what? I thought I saw him, but with that hat, I really didn't get a good look at him."
Plausible deniability.
Plausible deniability. Can you see Frankie saying that?
It's a mouthful for him.
Cheech, he's up here in Lake Tahoe with what? What's he claiming?
Plausible deniability.
Plausible deniability.
Yeah, I had heard also a good. I think I read somewhere that someone said if you put on like a fake like scar or a big birthmark or something, because that's something that people instantly will notice, and that's easy to get rid of. You go, no, I don't have any scar or birthmark.
Yeah.
You know, so.
I always thought if we're going to commit a crime, so I would wear.
If you were going to commit a crime,
I have a real beard. Just for our listeners, I have a real beard right now, and I can grow a beard very quickly. I would shave my beard, commit the crime, and then grow it back very quickly. You might ask, why wouldn't I just...
Why wouldn't you just have the beard and then shave it afterwards?
Because that's very easy to do.
You think you can grow a beard that quickly where, like, if they catch you the next day, you'll be like, no, look at me. I totally have a big, thick beard.
That'd be the key. I'd have to be on a lam for at least 72 hours. Can you stall him, Alex?
Sure. Well, you know what I'll do is since I have a beard also, I'll wear a hat and then they'll think it's me. And then, you know. Then,
but we look just different enough where plausible deniability.
Plausible deniability.
And Alex, I think we just
How do you say
named...
plausible deniability in Spanish?
I think we just named our episode.
Plausible deniability.
So what would you would just wear a scar when you were committing a crime?
I don't know. I might go like eye patch scar, fake teeth,
Peg leg.
Because the great thing is I can grow my leg back within 72 hours. I squeeze my leg into the
peg.
Yeah, into the peg. My legs are really skinny.
The peg leg bank robber. What crime would you commit if you truly had a peg leg? What would be the most fitting crime?
Well, I mean, obviously, like I'd be commandeering boats on the high seas, but But if I had to do a land-based crime, I think I'd do bank robber.
Bank robber. Were
Yeah.
you running away in a peg leg?
Well, like what? Yeah, that's what I would do. It would be so distinctive. People would be so like,
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
like what would you do? Like any other thing, any exciting crime is something you have to run.
Yeah.
And so, you're gonna say, white collar, I'm gonna embezzle money from an insurance company.
Yeah, like money laundering. You can keep the records all stuffed in your peg.
A lot of records.
Stuff that in your peg. Last question. I know we're going way off
Hey,
topic.
it's fine.
And,
That's what we're here for, right?
they call it a bird walk.
Bird walk.
You ever heard of that?
A bird walk?
Yeah, when you go way off topic. Oh, I'm going to take a little bird walk.
Oh no, I never
My
heard
old boss
that.
used to say that.
I heard
it.
a tangent.
Yeah, it's just I guess an older
Bird walk.
saying for a tangent. So what would be your criminal name if you were a peg-legged bank robber?
Or peg leg the insurance embezzler.
Either one.
I think they would call me 1 Foot Robinson
Nice.
because of certain endowments I have.
Oh, it's that kind of peg leg. Oh, it's that kind of bank robbery, right? This thing's loaded.
So what about you? What would your crime be?
I would be more behind the scenes. I would do some hacking.
You'd be the
or,
mastermind.
I would definitely be the criminal mastermind. I would be the guy that designed it all, and then everyone would just double cross me. And I'd be stuck with the peg.
You know that going in.
No, I don't know. I don't know what I would do. I mean, if I had a peg leg, I'd be the getaway driver.
Oh, that's good.
In a
You really
bank
only need
robbery.
1 foot for that.
Yeah, just step on the gas.
Yeah. Or the brake.
Or the brake, yeah.
Well, I guess you couldn't be. I guess you could still drive a stick shift.
Oh, yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Yeah, my father-in-law had one of those special vehicles because he had lost his leg at one point, and he had a special vehicle where they had the pedals. Basically, it worked with both of his hands. He worked one of the pedals with his hands. One of his hands.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think he was committing crimes. Maybe, who knows? Maybe this is where I learned all of it.
A side tangent to your bird walk. I watched the movie The Killing, starring McCluskey.
Oh, cool.
And so we'll be talking about that in today's bonus episode material. So stay
excellent.
tuned for that.
Great.
GodfatherMinute.com/support. I know. I'm sorry we keep plugging the bonus content, but you know how it is.
Yeah, you got to come back for the bonus content.
Gotta come back for the bonus.
I feel like we warm up in the regular episode and then we just let it loose.
Yeah.
No limit.
No limit.
Bonus content, no limit.
I think we should take it to the limit one more time. So,
What else you got?
well, I wanted to ask you a question. What is your experience shooting guns? I know both of us have shot guns before.
Well, it was that duel, you remember? That's when I shot your left leg off.
That's true.
I've shot pistols a couple times. Yeah,
Like shooting ranges.
shooting ranges. I lived in Georgia for a few years, and we went shooting there a couple times. On my bachelor party, we went shooting
That's right. Last year.
And
2
I'm not-
years? Last year.
2 years ago. And I'm not talking about shooting dice.
Last year. You've only been married for a year, haven't you?
We're going to have to scrub this out. 'Cause if Penny hears this, she's going to kill me. There will be crimes committed.
Well, we just won't air
No,
this
it was
one.
a
We
year.
just won't air this one till next
Right?
year.
Last summer? Oh, no, it was a year and a half ago. No, not this past summer.
I was still thinking it's 2018.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
the summer of 2018. So yes, technically 2 years ago.
No wonder you're having a good 2019. You're still living in the past. I think we got you waiting in the past. Yes, I've been shooting a couple times. And I definitely shot a shotgun. Awesome.
That was a cool
So
one.
fun.
It's got
I think
a kick.
of all the guns I've shot, I think a shotgun is what I preferred the most.
Now, isn't Clemenza the one who uses a shotgun to kill
Yes.
his target at the end of the thing?
Yeah, at the end of Godfather 1.
So yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's what you'd be.
Yeah. There's something about shooting. I'm all for gun restrictions and
Yeah.
clamping down on the Second Amendment and responsible gun laws. But let me tell you, when that cold steel gets into my hand, oh my ron.
They don't come any colder than that. It's cold
Yeah.
as they come.
How about you?
I've gone shooting a few times. I've gone shooting with you 2 times at least.
Yeah.
And
I'm starting to take that personally. Alex, I'm starting to take that very personally.
I always enjoyed it. I always wish it had gone on longer. You know what I mean? It's the kind of thing where they give you like, okay, here's 20 bullets and you have 20 shots to use this gun. And then like, it takes you like 10 shots just to figure out the kick on it and stuff. So by the time you figure it out, you're done with your...
It takes me 10 shots just to figure out I got to point it in the right direction. Not back at the instructor.
Yes, I wonder if anyone ever attempts to hold up a gun shooting range. Like a peg leg guy walks in there and he's like, all right, give me all your monies.
Or the peg is a gun.
Oh, right, yeah.
Oh, that'd be great. He's like, he's got to be a pilot. I've been walking all day, matey. Would you mind if I put my peg up?
Or like that movie Evil Genius where they had a cane that had a gun.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Oh, that's crazy.
That's a great documentary.
Yeah.
If people have not seen that.
Would you ever want to own a gun?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Mm-hmm.
Even though, like, I know the apocalypse is coming soon and everything, and we're all going to need to have guns that we're familiar with and know how to handle. But they say if you have a gun, most likely the person who's going to be, if anyone's going to get shot by it, it's most likely you or a family member.
Yeah,
so I'm like, is it,
that's what the data show.
Yeah. I mean, no one says, well, I guess that'll be me. Everyone thinks, I would never kill my family members.
Yeah.
And then, next thing you know, next thing you know, you've forgotten your anniversary.
Yeah. Next thing you know, you've had a few, the old man's had too much wine.
Yeah, exactly. Anything can happen. But
I'm glad you brought up guns. My friend and I both agree that our wives would not even let us own a gun.
Yeah.
So it's not really even a question for us, but we found a loophole. Mm-hmm. We both want guns, but our wives would not let us have them in the house, keep them in the house. So he's going to get a gun and keep it in my house. I'm going to get a gun and keep it at his house. That way I don't have a gun. I don't own a gun and keep it in my house.
So you do own a gun, but you just don't keep it in your house.
For safety. I don't care, hey, baby. I'm not keeping it in our house.
So does that mean...
keep it in our house. You have nothing to worry about.
Does that mean the gun is still most likely to kill you or a family member? Or does it then get transferred to that house? Is it like whoever's closest to the gun is the...
My mind thinks that it's...
I'm glad you're differentiating what your mind thinks as opposed to what you think.
Well, no. So my mind thinks that, it's whoever's closest to the gun.
Yeah.
But my heart thinks... my heart thinks that...
I want to shoot a gun.
That I want to go get my gun. So I'm safer with it away.
Yeah. I guess having it at your friend's house would cut down on the like that crime of passion. You know what I mean? Because you get into an argument with somebody and you're like, you know what? Wait right here. I'll be back in 15 minutes.
You got to request a Lyft or Uber. It says 7 minutes. You better be here.
Your friend's not home. You're like knocking on the door.
Then you got to call him. He's got to take an Uber home. Oh, forget it. By the time you get home, she's figured out how to get your friend's gun out of your safe.
That's like, it'll be a good, like in a thriller movie where like one person's trying to open the safe while the other person is driving and you just, who's going to get the gun? Are they going to open the safe in time for the person when they come back?
Oh, it's like a split screen. Yeah, you see them both making progress. Of course, the guy taking Uber.
Yeah.
It's like, oh no, don't take that way. No, I'm sorry. It tells me to drive that way.
One thing I think is that is cool about this scene is that it really sets up, because Clemenza lays out very specifically what he should do. Mm-hmm. It that's in this minute, right?
Yeah.
The pain in the ass bystanders. You're really when it does finally happen, the audience has that plan like in their mind, like don't look at anyone, drop the gun to your side and all that stuff. So it's a good. It's always good to, in these situations, to tell the audience what is supposed to be happening. So then when there's variations, then you're like, oh, is that going to be the, oh no, he told him to drop the gun, that kind of stuff. So,
because if he hadn't told Mikey all of those steps, and then the shooting just happened as we saw it, you're right. We would just say, oh, it worked out great.
Right.
But part of you's thinking, oh my gosh, he didn't.
It's
Like,
those
he
little
actually
details,
he actually went
yeah.
and sat down. He's not supposed to do that. So is he going to actually do it? Is he gonna?
Oh, I thought you meant after he shot him, he sat down to finish his dinner, like he joked about.
Oh no, be serious, kid. In this minute, it looks like Clemenza for a split second took him seriously too. That Mikey really was going to sit down. He's like, "Hey, don't joke around, kid."
It's probably legendary. The one guy who did actually try to sit down and finish his meal. The meal is so good. He sat down, he killed the guy, and sat down and finished his meal. Best in the city.
He knew it would lead to life in prison. And he's like, I can't walk away from that veal. Salazzo's not the only one who knows that's the best veal in the city. Actually, that's how Salazzo found out himself. Remember, they said he did one prison term in Turkey and one in Sicily. Right? Was it one in Sicily and one in Turkey?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was one in America. Maybe one in Sicily, one in Turkey. Yeah, because he just came to America.
Yeah.
I got that impression.
Right.
So his English is great.
Yeah.
Doesn't have an accent. We'll have to look into that. We'll ask.
You'll answer.
We'll answer.
Will answer.
Yeah.
So what are we writing? Turk's background? Is that
That's the question.
Okay, where did he do his prison term? Right.
Where did he do his prison terms, and where did he learn English?
Right.
Because it's impeccable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's not that clever. So,
I can see him in the Turkish prison using something like Rosetta Stone. He's got those old big headphones on. He's like, try the steak. The steak. Do you like steak?
is there somewhere I can store my heroin?
I have the factories. I have the poppy fields. You hear the voice. You hear the woman's voice. Like,
Yeah.
I have the poppy fields. I have the poppy fields. Try the veal. Try the veal. It's like Luca Brasi. Try the veal. They listen to the same English learning tapes, but Luca never really advanced.
It's slow on that.
He's not that clever.
Yeah. Just like everyone says. I think it's interesting that we don't see what they're shooting at.
Yeah.
We don't see, because it's weird, because how normally when you're at like a shooting range, you're shooting at something that's like 15, 20 feet away, which I guess his basement or garage could be that big.
Yeah, it could be.
And I guess if he uses it for target practice, it's weird to think of him practicing. Oh, honey, I'm going to go downstairs and practice. Don't forget the cannoli.
Well, that's why she needs more cannoli. He stacks all the cannoli up on the other side of the basement.
So you think, what do you think is on the what is on the paper that they're, how they always have like a print of a guy or a, like right. Generic target or whatever.
Oh boy, great question. Would it be like 5 different targets, each the head of the other families? Like
Also
Barzini, Talia. What do you think would be on the targets?
I bet it'd be like all Pauly.
Pauly targets? You won't see them no more.
That should have tipped Pauly off. That something was up when they ordered 300 a pad of Pauly targets.
Hey Clemenza, why am I ordering these special order targets? What's this all about? Hey, shut up and do your job. Go walk around the neighborhood.
What are you, a shooting range instructor? What are you, a band leader?
Yeah, I heard that story. I ain't no shooting instructor.
So the other thing I just want to point out little details. I was looking in the background of Clemenza's all the junk he has piled up there, and there's a picture. There's a broken mirror behind them, which seems like it's bad luck.
Yeah,
should have gotten, especially these superstitious Italians. And everything.
Yeah.
And second of all, there's a picture of like a bishop or something.
Yeah, I saw that.
And that foreshadows Godfather 3. That the bishop is that he's going to be involved in a religious thing in the future.
Yeah.
This is where the bishop is blessing him, knowing that eventually it'll get him to go to the upper levels of the Vatican and stuff. So yeah.
And the timeline could be such that could be the same bishop, right?
You think?
I mean, it could be. This is Mikey in his 20s. And in GF3, he's in his
I guess
early 60s maybe? So it's like 40 years later? Nah, probably not. Bishops tend to be older, so...
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he'd already be old. Yeah, that guy, he'd probably only be like...
Yeah, maybe it's the Pope himself.
And that's it. That's all I got for the minute 77.
Yeah, that's all I got too.
Okay.
What are you going to rate it?
Oh, right. Well, it's, it's a fairly, not a time killer exactly, but it's, not as exciting as some of the other minutes. I'm going to go ahead and give it, but because of it's Clemenza giving the instructions and stuff, which pays off later, I'm going to say 3 stars.
Yeah, I'm going 3 also. I agree with you. I keep forgetting we gotta say it at the same time. Right?
Oh, that's
1,
right.
2, 3.
All right.
Perfect. It's perfect. It's perfect, Bonnie.
So, I guess that'll wrap up this minute. And we hope to see some of you, if you're on Facebook, come to Fredo Corleone's Mickey Mouse Nightclub. It's a little group we have set up there where we talk about the Godfather. People make funny memes. There was a funny one about the Turk eating at the ground round. We love when people take our dumb jokes and turn them into dumb memes. So,
excellent work, fans.
Yeah.
I get great joy out of seeing them. So creative. Keep it up.
Funny papers.
Ground round.
Memes. So I guess until then.
Wait. Let's do the sign off as if it's one of Salazzo's instructional tapes.
Okay, ready?
I'll be the voice he's listening to. Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Try the veal. It's the best in the city.
Try the veal. It is the best in the city.